or not, but we watched Gilmore Girls for the first time in 2024. And we were very perplexed because y'all made me think this was some cute and cozy fun show. And I feel like I watched a suburban, like, horror drama.
It was, I don't have words. I don't really know what I was watching. It was really confusing. I didn't know what to expect.
And you guys are probably like, horror? That's so dramatic. What's horrifying about it?
A lot of the relationships on the show is horrifying.
The relationship dynamics, the thought process of things, and honestly just what's going on. And everything is intentional by the writers, but I don't know if you, the viewer, really picked up on anything. Rory Gilmore, her downfall all started from the very beginning, and it started with Lorelai.
When you see the first season, it already opens up to this very intelligent girl in this small town who's very smart, and everyone seems to look at her as the golden girl everywhere she goes. They're like, oh my god, precious Rory. Oh my god, it's Rory. She can never do no wrong with her pretty blue eyes.
She's an angel. Lorelai from a young age put this pressure that like she's perfect, and now she's gonna do all those goals she has, and she's gonna be like a star, and like that's just it. She kind of made it like you can't do anything else. This is
this is your path, and you can't mess it up.
I've already told everyone you're gonna kill it. Sorry. Before Rory wanted to get into Harvard, whatever, that was like this decision that they made. It was very disturbing the way Lorelai reacts when something in the storybook she's written for Rory changes. She loses it when someone tries to take the pen and like change the script. The fact that it was such a problem that Rory would go to Yale simply because it's a school her parents would be proud of was very disturbing. And it's really...
Yeah, didn't she get upset because she was going to Yale?
Yeah, like it was already actually a thing. She didn't even want her to consider Yale because we've already talked about Harvard. It's always been Harvard. She didn't actually want her to apply to any other school, which was the most absurd thing I've ever heard.
I think that really highlights like something's off, because I remember we were watching, I was like, what normal kid applies to one university?
And everyone thought it was weird. Like, she brought it up to parents. They're like, I'm confused.
Like, you're supposed to apply to multiple schools, but your mom's like, yeah, you're going to Harvard, period. Like, that's it. That really emphasizes the pressure that Lorelai placed on Rory's shoulders. And like she said, weird. Why would you not be okay with your daughter going to another school? Solely on the fact that it's about your parents. This demonstrates her narcissistic behavior as a mother.
And another thing it demonstrates is she didn't really have any guidance, because I'm not even kidding, what parent makes their kid apply to one school? I've never heard of that in my life. And Rory lacked guidance on a lot of stuff, especially when it came to her failures. Yeah, you were there for her boyfriends, but like, let's be real.
Especially when Rory was working with Logan's father and he told her that she didn't have it as a journalist, she had an emotional breakdown because she's been constantly pressured to be this straight-A student, to do amazing in everything. And then finally, she sees a man who's of higher stature telling her, what? You don't got it like that.
You don't got it. Now, guts can be wrong. Mine's been wrong before, but not often.
I thought I was doing okay.
I just don't think you really have the drive to put yourself out there, to be honest. To get a story, to dig. I mean, just now in this meeting, I encouraged everyone to say whatever they wanted. You said nothing.
I wasn't sure if I should.
Exactly. I mean, you saw Harry. He jumped right into the fire. You didn't.
But Harry's not an intern.
Doesn't matter.
I've always done what's asked of me.
See, the thing is, in the real world, it's not always good enough to do just what's asked of you.
But I thought I was in a really good rhythm with everyone here.
I'm not saying you're not competent. You're smart. You're terrific at anticipating needs. Actually, you'd make a great assistant.
Oh.
Her whole world shut down because all she's heard is, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. Never been taught that sometimes you may not be amazing at everything or things may not work out. So she freaked out. And that made her not want to continue going to school.
She tried to tell her everything was fine. She told her to ignore it. She told her, like, why do you have to care about what one person says? But again, Lorelai because of the type of parent she is, she wasn't even able to see why this was shaking up Rory's world. But
I'm not going back to Yale next year.
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you correctly.
I'm not going back to Yale next year.
But why?
Because I'm not sure that it's the right place for me. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with my life. And
Since when are you not sure what you want to do with your life?
Mom,
You've known what you wanted to do with your life since you were 3. Be a journalist.
maybe not.
Oh, this is about Mitchum Huntsberger.
No, it's not.
Rory, honey, I know that what he said hurt you and that shook you up and you lost your confidence, but that was just one man's opinion.
It has nothing to do with what he said to me. And Mitchum Huntsberger happens to be the top newspaper guy in the country.
So what?
So if you're going to get one man's opinion, he's the one man you get.
You're not thinking. This is the man who doesn't want you to marry Logan.
That wasn't him. It was Logan's mother and his grandfather.
And you really think he's okay with it? I mean, his whole family looks at you and sees Anna Nicole Smith, and they tell you that to your face. But he thinks you're swell and wants to pay for the honeymoon.
That's not why he said what he said.
He's messing with your mind. He has so many motives that have nothing to do with your abilities.
That's not true. He said I can't do it, so I can't do it.
Why are you so willing to believe this guy?
Logan agrees with him.
He said that? He told you he agrees with his father? Because if that's so, he's a fantastic boyfriend. Really, quite a catch.
No, he didn't say it. I could just tell.
How?
I could tell. He ranted about his father being a jerk and speaking his mind, but he never said that he was wrong.
Rory, come on. What kind of logic is that?
It doesn't matter. This isn't about that. I told you, I just need some time.
You're making a mistake.
No, I'm not. This is normal. College kids take breaks like this all the time. You didn't go to college, so you don't understand.
No, I didn't go to college. I wasn't lucky enough to go to college.
as she just explained, the reason is because of you. Like, you have put these expectations on her, and then she goes out into the world after doing everything you said would get her where she needs to be, and someone tells her she's trash. Obviously, yes, Rory was being dramatic, but I didn't see the big deal of taking a year off. I truly didn't. She went back to school. She did. But the thing is, it is super, super, super unsettling that a mother would decide, I'm not going to fuck with you until you go back and do the exact step for the story that I created for you. Like, until you go and play the character in the story I created, I can't talk to you.
And that to me demonstrates that you see Rory as, it's not fully unconditional love. I've experienced this as with my parent. And so I know what it feels like to have a parent that is making you feel like if you don't abide to a certain story or viewpoint that I want you to play, then sorry, closing the door on my love for you.
Things always were gonna go wrong for Rory is because, number one, not only were these pressures on her back to be this academic genius, she actually had no friendships and no social life because she was so set on achieving academic accolades throughout the whole series. We were sitting here wondering why this bitch Paris is on the show still, but the writer's literally trying to showcase to us, like, oh, why do you think Rory can make friends? No one wants to be friends with Rory. She's the girl that's trying to be the A+ student everywhere in high school. That's no one trying to be friends with her.
And also, it made me realize that another reason why Rory struggled making friends is because Lorelai replaced that space for her to go out and make new friends. She constantly demanded time with her, would make fun of her for trying to be involved with school and be like, can you hang out with me?
Hello?
Mom, I'm studying.
Yeah, but I'm talking ice cream. Can't you take a break?
I can't take a break right now.
Okay. When?
Are you 4?
No, I'm hungry.
Have some more pizza.
It's cold.
Heat it up.
It's not the same.
Lorelai, go to your room.
So if she wasn't doing her homework, she has to hang out with her mom.
It would really disturb us. You guys think it's normal to hang out with your mom 24/7, like she's your only friend. She's the one on my phone. If I have to go do something, she's like, oh my god, no. Like, she's calling her for all the men she was dating throughout the show. She would go to Rory for the relationship talks. Bitch, go call Suki.
And called her every moment.
The doctor's in.
Okay, I'm lying in bed. And I'm sleeping. And I'm wearing this fabulous nightgown. And like 30 alarm clocks go off. And so I get out of bed and I walk downstairs. And there, standing in the kitchen, is Luke.
Was he naked?
No, he was making breakfast.
Naked?
Okay, you've been in Washington way too long.
Sorry, go ahead. He was making breakfast.
Eggs and pancakes and bacon, and he put decaf coffee in my regular coffee bag, which of course I knew immediately.
Hi, the nose.
Exactly. So eventually I find the real stuff under the sink. He hands me my breakfast. And then...
What?
He kissed me and talked to my stomach.
Why would he do that?
Because apparently I'm pregnant.
What?
With twins. Say something.
You are going to be so fat.
Just analyze my dream, please.
Okay, well, your dream was telling you that you were secretly in love with Luke and you want to marry him and have his twins.
No. Try again.
What do you mean try again? You asked me to analyze your dream. I analyzed your dream.
Yes, well, I reject that analysis, so I'd like another one, please.
You can't just reject an analysis and try again. You're not shopping for bathing suits here.
Give me another analysis, or I'll put your Taylor hula hooping dream into a whole other context.
I understand, like, it's great your mom's talking to you and stuff, but, like, Lorelai took it to a whole nother level.
Their conversations.
They barely even enough, like, the privacy is crazy. Like, she told her everything. Rory was aware when she had sex with the man. I thought all these things, like, there's no boundaries in this mother-daughter relationship.
It wasn't mother-daughter combo.
It was crazy.
I was very disturbed. Like, these conversations, you can talk to your mom every day. Their conversations are combos you have with your girl, your sister. I would be so mind blown that you're calling a 16-year-old girl in your 30s to talk about a man you slept with.
Yeah. It's super weird, and I think it also demonstrates that I think Lorelai struggled making female friendships too. That's why she didn't have any friends.
Like,
she was stuck to her daughter, and then she has her coworker as her other friend. That's not, you don't really have a social circle. And I think Stars Hollow gave this false identity of friendship for her.
Like family, we all know each other. So
yeah,
we
all know each
friends.
other. Everyone's in my business, and I think she thought she was like, because she's a covert narcissist. She loved how everyone was obsessed with her. She loved it. She lived for it.
They lived for the Gilmore Girls, and she loved that she felt like the star of that show, and she was.
Yeah, that's why she was always weird. She could never compromise with Chris when he was trying to move, or just anyone, even with what's his name, Luke, wanting to get a new house. Like, she just wants to keep things the way they are because she just loves that, like, this makes sense for me. I don't have to do extra work. I don't have to elevate. I don't have to do none of that. This is a-okay for me. But in the same breath, you're putting pressure on Rory. So it's very funny.
But you know what's even funnier? When the season come back around and they show the new beginnings, this seems to be Rory's new mindset. She can go back to Stars Hollow. She can chill and just like do something regular, just like Mama does.
Yeah, she
Why do
copied her
I
mom.
have to go out there and kill it in the world? It's not working out for me. She becomes Logan's mistress. I was so shocked.
We have an agreement. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
We do.
And when we leave Vegas, we forget about Vegas until we're back in Vegas, and then it's just us in Vegas until we're not. Throw me a rope, man.
I'll see you at 8.
She goes and lives back with her mother in the house and then starts up a magazine for Stars Hollow magazine. Stars Hollow newspaper, I mean. Stars Hollow, no one gives a fuck!
Like, you go to Yale to go work in a small town newspaper with 2 old people that could barely stay awake. It was just really mind-blowing how her whole story transitioned. But I think they're really trying to prove a point. I didn't get it, but, like, really analyzing this objectively made me realize they were trying to tell us a story. In all truth and fairness, Lorelai was the real root of the problem. Their relationship was a facade. I think the romanticizing of their relationship is what is that fake story, but you need to look deeper into the show. There's so much complex stories that they're trying to portray and explain to us, and you can actually look at it in your own life. Like, think about your parents. Maybe they are those type of people. You need to beware if you're listening to parents that really don't have true ambition, that don't really want more for themselves, but they put so much pressure on you. It's usually a projection of their own, failures. Mm-hmm. So you need to just and trust me, we had to realize that about our own mother. So we are coming from a place of dealing with the covert narcissist mother that did the same thing to us.
Let us know how you guys felt watching Gilmore Girls. Did you find her relationship with her mom honestly quite trash? I could really do more on that. Let us know if you want us to do more.
We can do a whole breakdown on Lorelai herself.
Let us know if you want more deep dives about Gilmore Girls specifically. You want us to go into any characters or any relationship dynamics. Let us know in the comment section, because boy, do we could fucking get into Gilmore Girls. Okay?
All day.
The dynamics are crazy on that show.
All day. It's a mess. Ugh.
But if you agree that Rory had a really bad downfall throughout this series, let us know. Like this video. And make sure you turn on our notification bell so you don't miss any of our other videos. And if you want to find out how you can build your self-esteem and not really like just go back to your stagnant place like Rory, you should subscribe to the Remy Diaries, aka Remy TV, your favorite YouTube streaming network, where you'll never want to change the channel. Bye.